Welcome to the NEXTEL post-race show. Brought to you by NEXTEL, helping NASCAR groups get things done. NASCAR and NEXTEL, partners in speed. Mark Martin winning the NEXTEL All-Star Challenge. Hey, enter the weekly Gillette Young Guns Challenge. One lucky fan who correctly picks the top-placing Gillette Young Gun each week wins $5,000. Log on to GilletteYoungGuns.com for details. Enter for a chance to win. The Gillette Young Gun Challenge brought to you by M3 Power, the world's best shade. All-Stars on display this evening at Lowe's Motor Speedway. These guys aren't on the fence. That's the team of Mark Martin, the oldest winner ever in this All-Star race. At age 46, the Salute to You Tour will continue, at least for an All-Star race, as Mark Martin made that clear after he was across and in victory lane. $1 million going to Mark Martin, his second All-Star career win. Let's head down to victory lane and Matt Yoakum. Matt?
One of the sentimental favorites coming into tonight's race. Old school colors from the 1993 season. An old school win. Mark, what does it mean to win this All-Star Challenge?
I told them, man, if they give me a ride, I'll come back next year. After winning this thing, I tell you, I just want to thank Viagra. They're number one, been there 7 years. Awesome relationship we've had. I want to thank them for letting us do this Retro 93. It was up there like it was always supposed to be. You know, just want to thank them all. You know, Pennzoil and Ford and Gatorade, Kraft, everybody that supports us so much. Ford, you know, it's just a terrific opportunity to drive for Pat Tryson and all these guys. I just love them.
How is this win special compared to the first one?
This one's for the fans. Salute to you. That's for you. That's for you.
You're coming back next year?
If Jack Roush should give me a car to drive.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Well, Elliott Sadler has been looking over his shoulder quite a bit since he climbed out of his race car, looking at victory lane, Mark Martin, and what might have been. Should you have taken 4 tires?
No, no. 2 tires was definitely the right decision. My guys gave me a great race car tonight. They gave me a car good enough to win. It's just tough. It's hard to swallow. I had a great time racing Mark Martin. He's an awesome champion, an awesome race car driver. I had some flashbacks watching that old paint scheme run up there, but just spun the tires too much on the restart, and when he got up front, I just couldn't run him back down. So I congratulate their guys, but I congratulate everybody on the Robert Yates Racing team. The motor I had tonight was unbelievable. They gave me the tools to win the race. I let them down there at the end.
This is the first time this guy has smiled since he got out of the car. Chris?
Finishes 1-2, and Mark Martin in Batesville, Arkansas, driving at the age 11. Got a lot of tickets for driving without a license when he was a youngster. Turned it into a positive thing. Has now used that speed to keep him in victory lane, even his Salute to the Fans tour. We'll be back here at Lowe's Motor Speedway in a moment. Ryan Newman, the pole sitter, led the most laps tonight, 45. Mark Martin led the next most, 24, and the most important to finish first and cash in on $1 million. In the NEXTEL Open, Brian Vickers. Somebody said follow your bliss. He said, I'm going to pass Mike Bliss. And he pushes him out of the way. And in the transfer race, Vickers, that's how he got himself into the NEXTEL All-Star Challenge. Steve Burns.
Thanks, Chris, with Brian Vickers. And Brian, you just saw the replay, the end of the NEXTEL Open. You've addressed that once, but your thoughts about the night as a whole now?
Yeah, you know, I think as a whole, I'm so proud of these guys. You know, I hate the Open finish, how it was. I'm sure the fans may have been excited, but that's, you know, I like Mike. I like racing with him. It's not how I wanted to end that deal, but, you know, I mean, this race, that's what it breeds. You know, only first place counts, and, you know, we both won the same real estate. You know, he probably wouldn't have blocked the way he was blocking in the points race, and I wouldn't have raced that way. You know, we were going for the same spot. He came down, and we got together. I hate it, but more importantly, I want to thank the Hendrick family for this opportunity. This team really got to show what it's capable of tonight with a little bit of luck on its side. The GMAC Dotec Chevy was awesome all night, and we got a great idea for how we want to start the 600.
Thanks, Brian. And since your teammate is right next door, next to my teammate, we'll just give it to Dick.
There you go. Well, Jimmy Johnson was almost invisible all night, and then all of a sudden, boom, when it comes down to the money, when it came down to when it really counted, there you were. Where'd you come from?
We were back there working on our race car all night. We had a real tight race car. It was dragging the track pretty bad, but we made great adjustments. I mean, Chad made some good calls, and I think, you know, we didn't win the race. I'm very happy about the night that we had because we learned so much. We didn't test the Cup car here. We tested the Busch car, and I backed it in on the second day, so we didn't get 2 full days of testing. And we got a good idea of what we need to do. So I'm pretty happy to come back for the 600. I think we'll be much closer and be able to battle for the win. And I have to give props to Mark Martin. I mean, the man did it, and I hope that I can grow up and be like him someday.
Such a popular win, Mike.
That's high praise from a strong source. Mark Martin has 6 Busch wins here, 4 NEXTEL Cup wins, and now 2 All-Star wins. Larry, he's got this place figured out.
Well, he really is, but I think the competitors told the story. I don't think anyone, including the man that ran second to him tonight, Elliott Sadler, begrudges Mark Martin to this win, a well-deserved win, a very popular win.
Darrell, one of the more action-packed All-Star nights. Drivers talking about preparing for the Coke 600 next week. Does this race really prepare you for that?
Well, we saw the good, we saw the bad, and we saw the ugly.
Oh yeah.
And that's what the All-Star race is all about. And the fans won't leave here disappointed. No. Sentimental favorite wins, a lot of action. Guess what? We'll do it again next week
for 600 miles.
Can't wait. A big night here at Lowe's Motor Speedway in the NEXTEL All-Star Challenge. Mark Martin becomes a 2-time winner of Stock Car Racing's All-Star Night. Chris Myers, Jeff Hammond will be back to wrap things up after this.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you. Thank y'all. Oh, man. Thank y'all. I love you guys. Now we'll go get the points race at 600.
Mark Martin, you'll see him on Fox next Sunday. The payoff, he won the earlier segment and then won the $1 million payday. As you see, Elliott Sadler, Brian Vickers got in on the transfer race. Jeff Gordon, 3-time winner in the All-Star race. Rounding out the rest of the field, remember 9 cars involved in that segment 1 wreck. 7 cars were taken out, including Joe Nemechek, Martin Truex Jr., and Tony Stewart. FX and Speed's coverage of NASCAR continuing next weekend. Thursday, NEXTEL Cup qualifying. Friday, Busch Series qualifying on Speed. And on Saturday, NEXTEL Cup practice, followed by Busch Series racing and the CarQuest Auto Park 300. You'll see that right here on FX. Sunday begins with NASCAR this morning on Speed. Then the NEXTEL Cup race, Coca-Cola 600 on Fox. The later start, the pre-race show, Dale Earnhardt Jr. joining us with the completion of his 10 laps. And NASCAR Victory Lane wrapping up the entire weekend as the coverage on the Fox family of networks of NASCAR continues. And Mark Martin continuing to celebrate. He opened that Ford dealership in Batesville, Arkansas, hometown last winter. I wonder if they'll have a sale, a salute to Mark Martin kind of sale. But here's a guy, we've had 5 times guys that have won this race have gone on to win the Coca-Cola 600. DW has done that. Mark Martin thinking about it.
Well, he's already thinking about it. I think that's the important thing right now, Chris. He's 10th in the points, but he's already thinking about coming back next week and trying to move that team up in the championship chase, which I think is really important to Mark Martin.
And a different kind of race, an endurance race, but Mark is built for that even at age 46.
Oh, he's definitely in great shape. He knows how to plan strategy. He and Pat Tristan right now are on the same page, and these guys, I mean, they're going to get it done before the end of the year. I promise you that.
Coming up, FX will bring you an all-new season of NASCAR Drivers 360, the only reality series that takes you beyond the track. NASCAR Drivers 360 tonight after our race, only on FX. So it started with Pamela Anderson and the All-Star Salute. It finishes with veteran Mark Martin. Thanks for watching NASCAR on FX.
That's the right time. I say the night time. Oh, that's the right time. I wanna be